Hi, hello, welcome to the Pseudo Radio podcast. I am Dawson. I am the only host because I'm a loser sitting alone in their bedroom talking to their microphone. This is episode 2, Zero Braincells. This is like my 5th time recording it. Just a reminder, this is very unedited. It's not scripted. It's just very, very messy. First things I want to talk about before I get into like what I want to ramble about today. I plan to upload every Tuesday and Friday. Debating that's not set in stone. Like I may, if I don't have the energy, I may start just doing only every Tuesday. Next thing I want to talk about. I have been considering having a guest on maybe once a month. I have friends who have already volunteered to kind of do that, so that would be a easy possibility. And I'm also sure I could probably find people to interview or just have them on again, like those same friends on again, if I really wanted to. Um, I'm trying to think because I'm not speed running this because obviously I can only talk so fast and stretch it out for so long. Why is my phone going off? Okay, gonna ignore that. But in the future, if I ever talk about something that may be like needs a trigger warning or a content warning, it will have a yellow box with CW/TW on my art, like the video, instead of just the normal cover image. Okay, besides that, here we go. Like I said, I kind of wanted to speedrun all of that because I've talked about it before, because I recorded this several times. Another thing I want to say, I'm going to be talking about some popular content creators. This is not me clout chasing, this is not me doing it for anything. It's me doing it because some of it has me very angry and I want to talk about it. I'm also going to be mentioning sexual themes. It's nothing like explicit and it's nothing like super bad. But I just want to talk about it. And you guys are along for the ride. Originally, this was going to be like about me, because I know a lot of like new listeners won't know that much about me and kind of don't understand what kind of person I am. But then I was on Twitter and TikTok, and I got very mad, and I said fuck it, deleted everything I had recorded already, and here we are right now. Also, my voice is a little bit lower than normal because the first thing I did when I woke up was started recording. And also, I probably won't be uploading this till Saturday. I'm already breaking my own upload schedule, but it's already, I need to record this, and then I need to eat, and then I need to go to work. But so the first thing I want to talk about is Corpse Husband. If you don't know who he is, he makes music, and he is a YouTuber. I guess it would be a narrator would be the best thing to call him, I think. He does horror videos on YouTube. He recently got into gaming. He has a really deep, raspy voice. And he's like, he seems really chill. He has like a good like sense of humor, in my opinion. He plays Among Us, and I think he's the best imposter I've ever seen. So if you don't know who he is, I recommend checking him out. There are times I'll be at work and I have YouTube Premium, so I'll download videos and I'll listen to like his horror narrations, which are pretty good. I also just like scary stuff, which is fun when you're closing at work and have to leave at like 2 in the morning. Um, so like I said, he started getting big, and he hit like this giant spike of followers that I don't think him or anyone was really prepared for. I know he's talked about it before. Like this kind of happened out of nowhere, and I will say I haven't been a fan of him the longest. I think I got into him maybe a week before like his traction started building. Because I looked up like scary stories or something like that, or like true like r/ not let's not meet or something like that, and he came up, and I gave him a listen. But like it's kind of like, I don't know. It's weird because people, my understanding, and someone can gladly correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, And if I am, I will post and pin a comment stating like kind of like what I said that was wrong. But my understanding is he's only 23, and I know he has health issues. So obviously, at least my understanding is probably the stress is not the best for him of having suddenly such like a like following base that's growing so quickly. I say this as also someone with health issues. Of that, when I know when I get stressed out, that's what causes mine to flare up more and for things to be rougher for me. But also, so a lot of these content creators I may talk about, I'm gonna call them faceless YouTubers, mainly because Corpse did an interview with Anthony Padilla, where they talked about being like a faceless YouTuber. I didn't. I will admit right now, I didn't watch the whole thing. I started to watch it at work last night. But yeah, so no one knows what Corpse looks like. It's very valid. He just does like voiceovers on YouTube. So why do you need a face to go with the voice? You don't, especially with a voice like that. You don't. But what people are doing is they are already over sexualizing him for his fucking voice. This man does horror voiceovers. He's not like an ASMR artist. Don't. This is what like is upsetting me enough to the point where I was like, I want to talk about this. Don't over sexualize content creators. They're human. They don't. A lot of them don't like that. It's going to make them uncomfortable, especially because there are probably minors doing it as well. Because minors don't know how to stay in their own fucking lane and not make adults uncomfortable. Which I know I should be like, well, adults should make the minors not uncomfortable. But yeah, like Corpse isn't sexualizing himself towards minors. He's literally just talking. And like trying to like keep up with his fan base that is growing. And yeah, like he posted hand pics on Instagram like I think a week ago now. And that's because he hit 100,000 followers on there. And I mean, I will admit the man has some nice hands, but also that doesn't mean you should over sexualize him. He is just basically to us a voice and a hand. Stop it. He makes banger music. I love it. It actually got me into like the genre I'm into now. I have a playlist called Fuck You, I'm Not Soft. And it's basically just filled with like E-Girls Are Ruining My Life, Cat Girls Are Ruining My Life, some of his other songs, and like the same genre of music. It's very fun to do homework to. And be just genuinely hype. It makes me feel like I could fight either a goose or a god, whichever comes at me first. But yeah, I feel bad for Corpse because they're over sexualizing him when he doesn't like want that. And like people are getting mad, just in general about the stupidest shit with him. I already saw someone try and cancel him on Twitter, and I kind of like looked into it, and it was just like some bullshit, and I was like, okay, cool. Just let the man live his life. I think he said that because I watched an Instagram story of his, where I think he said he started his Corpse Husband channel when he was 17. So he's been doing that for 5 years now. Like, he has been in this game. Let him be. Like, just because he makes some banger music and y'all want to thirst after his voice, just stop. Let the man be. Don't over sexualize him. Don't harass him about stupid shit. Just let him be. You can support someone without trying to metaphorically get in their pants. And kind of like, I Corpse, if you want to be my friend. No, that's the jokes. I make a lot of jokes like that, and I have other content creators I'm going to talk about where I will probably make the same joke, of being like, ah ha ha, if you want to be my friend. Yeah, it's a joke. That probably a cringy joke, but I don't know. Most of my sense of humor is cringy in my opinion, but I also just because I mean, the way my ADHD brain works of. Whenever I'm like, oh, I would protect this person, my brain is just like, they must be your friend then, And so then when it's an internet like content creator, my brain is just like befriend them, because I have a group of friends, well, like most of my friends, I won't say all of my friends if I'm being honest, that genuinely if I saw someone giving them shit on Twitter, I would like go after them. I wouldn't even care if someone would like come and roast me to the point where I cried. If I could get that like bad attention off my friend, I would. I'm not afraid to like defend people as long as I know they're not shitty people. Like if someone was like, oh, they called me like a racist, it's like, okay, well, why'd they do that? I said this racial slur. I'd be like, damn, you are a racist. um but yeah, so like with like Corpse Husband, like he literally kind of like does just like that horror stuff and like is into gaming now, right? um I want to talk about TikTok for a second, and the fact that obviously there are so many minors on that app. It's not even funny. And you know why there are minors on that app? Because it's an app for children. Um, like dead ass, it's an app for children, and adults have kind of just started spreading. Um, but a lot of people are posting ASMR content on there, and when I say ASMR content, I mean like stuff that's not safe for work, stuff that is 18 plus, stuff that you find on Gone Wild audios on Reddit, that kind of stuff, sexual content. Uh, Minors can listen to it, and then people are like, ah ha ha, go check out Professor Cow because that's who this audio is. And then you're sending like a whole bunch of 13-year-olds to this grown ass man's content. Like dead ass, stop doing that. It makes me very mad to see. Um, and it's I know some other Gone Wild audio voice actors have been speaking out against it because they're like, hey, don't post my content anywhere else. Don't fucking, especially don't put it on like TikTok, because like I said, there are kids on that app. It's an app for kids. You don't need to put your porn recommendations on it. Um, like you could promote them on Twitter. You could make it very clear of this is only 18 plus content. Do not go listen to them if you're a minor. But I see people like minors and the people talking about it being like, oh, well, I'm gonna go listen to it anyways, even though I'm a minor. And people who are promoting it are like, okay, just don't get caught. No, don't promote it and don't tell minors to not get caught. If I made GWA content and I found out that minors were listening to me, I would probably delete every single like audio I had, and I would be like, hey, sorry everybody, I'm not comfortable with being sexualized by minors and them like consuming my sexual content. Um, like that's just a really big thing to me. Of like, I don't know, like just leave minors alone. Minors, leave 18 plus stuff. You will be 18 eventually. It will probably still be here, I promise you. I know hormones are a thing. There's not this type of content for you because obviously minors should not be making that type of content. Life is rough. I hate to break it to you, kid. Shit gets a lot rougher when you get older. Um, but yeah, because I know some of the people that are like super uncomfortable about minors are like Tom Banter, this guy Eli, who else? Professor Cal, although he's been like, I will say, me and my friends, some of us listen to Professor Cal. Well, we listen to all these people I'm listing off, but we joke, and because he just hasn't posted anything even on Patreon since Monday, and he's like, yes, King, give us nothing. No, but I understand. I know that like these artists anyways have a life outside of making content, and especially I know some of them are in college just like I am, and they actually write scripts for their shit. So I do not blame Cal or anyone else for not really posting, whether it's that or other personal stuff. It's not up to me to like demand an answer. But yeah, so Tom Banter, this guy Eli, Professor Cal, Oral Lessons mainly on YouTube, I think. At least I've never seen him on Reddit. I may be wrong. um, Not Heroes, thanks, Cardland Audio. Cardland Audio, I've also only mainly seen on YouTube. But yeah, it's like all of these. Um, they don't want their porn on a kids app. Like I know Cardland doesn't even post like his spicy stuff to YouTube. He posts it to strictly like you have to get it through his Patreon. I think Not Who Roast thinks is the same way. Um, which I mean, it's probably a smart way to do it. I know Or Lesson and Cal both post to YouTube. I don't think anyone else that I know of posts spicy content to YouTube. I know Tom keeps his on the Reddit. Um, again, if any of you guys want to be my friends, no, I joke. Um, but yeah, it's just stuff like this. I feel like people are gonna stop like wanting to post GW, like the big guys are gonna want to stop posting GWA content because it's like their content and it's being shared to minors and it's making them uncomfortable. And I already know that I'm sure someone's going to get flack for something about a minor that's probably not going to be on them. I swear to God, if one of you motherfuckers is a goddamn pedophile, I will fucking end you. Um, I know that got very violent very quickly, and I apologize. And I would say I joke, but I was just thinking about like Cryotic, because I was thinking about like how all these like faceless like content creators are something I'm big into right now, and I myself obviously right now am a faceless content creator. And it hit me that I got into like I was like, oh yeah, this is cool because of like Cryotic. Um, and there's someone else I can't think about, but obviously Cryotic is not the best example anymore. But also something about like the facelessness I want to talk about that I see with like Corpse Husband. I can't think of any other YouTubers I watch. Quite is another YouTuber I watch. I actually have I have like his first piece of merch he put out a couple years ago. Um, but like people are like, ah ha ha, show us your face, and these YouTubers are just like, ah ha ha, no, with a little sparkly emoji. Yeah, stop pressuring people for a fucking face reveal. They don't owe you shit. Hate to say it, baby, they don't owe you shit. Yeah, sure, you support them, you enjoy their content. Good for you. I'm sure they appreciate that. But again, they don't owe you shit. They don't want to tell you their real name. They don't want to tell you what they look like. They don't want to give you shit. They don't have to, BB. Just sit back and keep enjoying their content. Especially, again, you don't need Corpse's face to watch him play Among Us or listen to him read some scary story. Okay. I think White is literally the out of everyone I've listed, out of YouTubers and ASM artists, I think White has literally showed his face the most. And he wears a hoodie to where you can see none of his hair, a pair of sunglasses, and ironically one of those blue disposable medical masks. Um, uh, but like that, you can see him like he records like that, but you have no idea what he looks like. Um, all of the ASM artists I know of, a lot of them don't even ever really describe themselves. Uh, Mainly, I think, for like the immersion of, because a lot of it is like boyfriend role player stuff like that. And so it's kind of meant for you to like imagine your ideal man or your ideal partner, or I don't know, a crush you have, I guess. And it's kind of like has that open endedness for it, like for that reason. But people are like pushing at like those ASM artists to be like, ah ha ha, face reveal, or like stuff like that. And it's like, leave them alone. This is literally their life. Like, just, they don't want to put their face to it. They don't have to. They don't owe you shit. Like I said, if I ever got a comment about a face reveal, I would just be like, I have 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, some eyebrows, and yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. In fact, there you go, right there. Anyone who ever wants to know what I look like, let's see. I have some hair on my head. I have 2 eyes that sit like pretty pretty right on my face. I have a nose that works. I have a mouth, obviously, and I have all of my teeth at this time. Let's see. I got some cheekbones. I have a jawline. I have ears. I have a neck. I personally stand between 5 feet and 6 feet tall. I have a body. There, anyone who ever wants to know, there you go. There's your description of me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. In fact, no, you know what? Here, I will describe every single faceless man right here, right now. And then hopefully anyone listening to this will stop pressuring them to show their fucking faces. You ready? You ready for these descriptions? Here, I'm going to start, alright? Between 5 feet and I'll be generous and I'll say 6.5 feet. Let's see, they have a body that functions. They have some hair on their head. They may or may not have facial hair, or they at least have the capability to grow it. They also have 2 eyes that may or may not function. They have a nose, they have a mouth, they have ears, they have a neck. They have a mouth. It's really, I know, right? Like, oh my god, they're so hot. Can't believe I just exposed every single faceless content creator by describing what they look like right in this moment. Like, oh my god, I'm going to get canceled. But no, seriously, don't push people for face reveals. People will expose themselves as much as they're comfortable with. And I think a lot of people kind of forget that I've said it in my, I think, last 2 videos. Content creators are people. They are humans and they have human emotions. And don't over sexualize them. It's gross. Even the ones that make the not safe for work content, that is not their life. They aren't constantly just doing their thing in front of a microphone. So also, my favorite thing, I think, is I support Professor Cal's Patreon, and on one of those videos he does an AMA, and there are 2 times when he gets asked, how old are you? And you can see him kind of, we can't see him obviously, but you can hear him kind of just hesitate, and then he goes, and then he just moves on to the next question. I want to say I've heard that, well, I mean, obviously he's over the age of 18, and again, he doesn't want to share his age. He doesn't have to. No, I'm sorry, I was thinking of another thing. He got a question of, when is your birthday? And this man's literally went somewhere between January and December. I'm sorry, but that fucking wit, oh my god, it's just funny. Because normally, like I would say, I think like Oralescent, he is the most that I listen to that has like delved into his personal life the most. And so I joke with my friends that they're 2 sides of the same coin, if I use that phrase right. But at the same time, they're also just so night and day. And it's, if you ever see people talk about simping for black screens, to my knowledge, it's mainly either Oralescent or Professor Cal. Mainly because, like I said, they put their stuff on YouTube and they both just have black screens. Oralescent at least actually puts white text on his, because he's built different. I'm sorry for these jokes. I've already I got my anger out, but I still want to talk for like 10 more minutes. But I'm sorry. Okay. Also, again, shout out Cal or Al, Oralescent, or I guess Matt. Be my friend. Not really. I don't. Again, I joke. Yeah, don't be my friend. No, be my friend. I don't know. Let me interview you for this podcast. Cal, I promise I won't ask you when your birthday is. But yeah, I just want to kind of reiterate, If you're a minor, don't listen to their stuff. If you're not a minor, and again you like men, I would check out all of them. I would check out Eli, Tom, Todd, Cardlin, uh, Cal, Matt, all all of those boys. 10 out of 10. They all have their strong suits, in my opinion. And like I said, I have a group of friends where we mainly will just like talk about them. I want to say there is another one too, but I don't know how to say his name. Cause it's spelt like a race from D&D, like that bird race, like the Esamir, I think. And I don't even know if that's what he was going for, but his name is like that. Like it's AASIAMR, something like that. Audio. And I would say out of the GWA artists that I listen to and like follow, he is the one that showed the most of his body, which is which is weird. Not weird in a bad way, but I got into I found out more about him like literally last night. Um, shout out one of my friends who I was purposely trying to like embarrass them, and then I like the artist I approved my follow request on Instagram, and then I was just like, oh wait, no, he's hot. I was like, I have made a fool of myself. And I've made a fool. Luckily, I don't think he really checks Twitter. Also, oh my god, I feel bad for any of them that are on Twitter. I know our lessons off of it. I don't think Cal has a public one like that is linked to the whole Professor Cal thing. But the amount of thirst tweets that I see, and I know it's from the people I follow, the amount of thirst on Twitter, or is everyone just quarantine horny again? I think that's what this is. I think everyone is just quarantine horny once again. Which, I mean, no shade. Quarantine horny is fine. As long as you're not over sexualizing the content creators or idolizing them. Because, also, real quick, like I said, I have friends and we all kind of like joke around about like Matt and Cal, and I think the other one we joke most about right now is Tom Banter. But like they're not your boyfriends. Like they make these role plays. They are not your boyfriends. They are not yours. Don't try and claim them. Don't gatekeep. That's weird. Only gatekeep against minors. That's all you really need to gatekeep against. But I'm literally in a group chat of like 10 people, where we will make the joke of someone will be like, oh, Matt posted like or a lesson, and I forget who it was, but one of us was like, time to go listen to our boyfriend. Stuff like that, and sorry I burped, but stuff like that and jokes like that I do find funny, just because we also all know in that group chat that like, no, not our boyfriend, not anything, just content that we all like. But we literally will be like, we also all like joke that we're all gonna marry each other. So we are very like a jokey group of people anyways. And I know some of the people in that group chat are listening. I'm still not afraid to take screenshots and fucking out everybody. Even myself, I don't care. I'll go down with this. It's how it's the energy right now, especially with everyone like adding some of the content creators. We're all like, fuck it. I think if any of us actually got recognized by any of those content creators that we like, that we would as a group spontaneously combust. I mean, and I'm talking more than like I said, Oral Lesson is mainly on YouTube, and he'll go through and like comments and stuff like that, or if he's in live he'll respond, and he'll respond to contents as one does. So I think like everyone does is still very high. Oral Lesson, if you're listening to this, please just like one of my comments. No, that's a joke. Don't perceive me if I have talked about you in this audio format in this podcast of mine. Don't perceive me, please. Sorry, my group chat just now is getting back to me about. I was like, "Hey, what should I talk about in my podcast today?" And I sent that at 1 p.m. and it is now a quarter till 2 p.m. And they've all just been on Discord. So shout out them, I guess. Um, no thoughts, head empty. And I'm very tired. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. But no, that was my jaw. Warning for jaw popping, but there you go. There's some more information about me. My jaw makes a very horrible noise. I like to joke that it's my skeleton trying to escape. But it's just my body hating that it exists and constantly making terrible popping noises in protest. It's fun. I love it. It's Gucci. I am also now distracted because I was an idiot and I checked my phone and then I yawned and I may yawn again. And wow, 80 notifications. Okay, cool. Um, no thoughts, head empty. But yeah, kind of just reiterate. If you're a minor, don't consume 18 plus content. Uh, don't over sexualize voices on the internet or people with hot hands. Alright, people who are thirsting over corpses' hands. You want to see some hot hands? Go to like r/man hands. It's literally a subreddit filled with just like pictures and videos of like men's hands. Go there. Have a field day. Have fun. Don't over sexualize them either. Also, again, it's just some of y'all's hands and voice fetishes are really just popping up right now. Ah. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm not. You know what? I'm not sorry for that joke. Maybe I am. I'm sorry if anyone that I talked about in this audio listened to it. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that you had to perceive me. Um, oh, my ears are ringing. That's great. I can't focus on anything. That happens a lot. One of my ears will just start ringing, or like one of my ears will suddenly go very muffled, and it does nothing but throw me off. Like I'll be like hanging out with a friend, and I'll just start talking. I'll just literally kind of tilt my head and go quiet and like just stare, and they'll be like, "You fucking good?" And I'm like, I cannot hear. It's always just in my left ear though. The ringing's in both, but it comes and goes. Um, I was trying to minors, stay away from 18 plus content. Don't over sexualize people on the internet. They didn't ask for it. I don't care if it's someone who is a complete like cam star, porn maker, whatever. They didn't ask to be over sexualized. You can sexualize them. Yes, you can view their sexual content in a sexual nature. But just remember, people who make content on the internet are human. Human people have boundaries. They also have like, yeah, well, I was going to say limits, but yeah, boundaries. They have emotions. They have life outside of the content they make. They are not. I can bet money on it, or I would bet money on it, that when someone sits down to create a GWA like audio, that is not the real life them. There are probably aspects of it. It's probably more sexual side to them, but that's not them in their everyday life. Like that's not them when they work at Kroger's and they're bagging groceries. I don't think any of them have jobs like that. Because also again, these are like grown ass men. Not saying that grown ass men can't bag groceries, but like I know a few of them have talked about having like legit like office jobs, which that's wild. Or like they're in their career field. Again, that's wild. What's it like being grown up? This is coming from someone who had like a mental breakdown about college yesterday while I was on shift. And I had to look at my coworker and be like, "Excuse me while I go cry outside for a minute." And he was very concerned, but he let me go cry outside. So shout out my coworker. Also, it's fun to have like life crises when you're like 21, almost 22. I love it. It's made me realize I don't know where I'm going in life, and this is probably the one stable thing I have that makes me very happy. So besides my friends, but I can't really rely on people to constantly like fuel my own happiness. That's very selfish of me. But also I do want to say about these content creators that I have talked about today. Whether you love them, hate them, I don't know, think they're your boyfriend, please don't give me like shit for it. Obviously, I'm just talking about stuff I like. About people I think are neat, like that Marge Simpson meme of "I just think they're neat." That's all it is. I would love to play Among Us with them. I really would, or like anything like that. I would love to be like a legit chill friend of them, but also no, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be able to handle it if someone was like, "Hey, I listened to your podcast where you talk about the like fucking porn I make. You want to be friends?" I'd be like, "I'm sorry, I have to go delete everything now." This podcast would be deleted. All the social, all of it gone. It's one reason that I've chosen to go by Dawson on here, is I can disappear, just gone. Of course, my IRLs would know me, and my like friends would still like know me, but I would disappear. Um, I'm sorry, all I can keep thinking are like, be my friend jokes. Then I'm not funny. Also, I don't think I said it in this recording of this episode, or if I did and I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But shout out my one friend who texted me after listening to I almost said Ground Zero. That's fucking Bakugo's hero name or whatever. I don't even think that part's canon. I don't fucking know. I don't read the manga, I just watch the anime. Anyways, my friend texted me. I was like, sorry. Oh, that's probably, God, that's a really big spike. But, anyways, I'm genuinely sorry to the people that listen to this, because this is not the best audio. But yeah, my friend texted me and she was like, "I forgot how funny you're, like in person, I guess verbally, is the best way to phrase that, because I've only texted her since February, so 8 months ago, and it went from like hanging out every week to car honk, no, to barely texting, because I have depression. Why did I just hit the wall? I have depression, and talking to people is hard sometimes. I have emotional attachments to 3 friends that I can kind of vaguely manage to talk to every day. Mine is my group chat, but that's also just because they're tied to a hyperfixation right now. But yeah, my friend texted me and she was like, "I forgot how funny you were," and I was just like, "I'm not, but go off, I guess." I'm not. I don't think I am. I say as I laugh at myself. It's just because when I'm nervous, I'm yawning again. When I'm nervous or embarrassed, I will laugh. Or if I don't really know what to say, I will laugh. But I think this about does it. Again, no shade, or like, I'm not clout chasing any of these content creators, I promise. Like, I'm not even gonna fucking tag them in this shit, because I don't care. But like, also, no, like, don't hate me for talking about them, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know where I'm going with that. But like, I also don't want to talk about any drama that they've been involved in. I think I touched on that in this recording. But there's some drama going around, like the GWA community, like all the damn time, apparently. Especially now that you've basically, like, a lot of people have blown up recently, both like Corpse just doing his own little thing, being a good imposter, but it totally wasn't him. But yeah, people are just kind of like, a lot of content creators are getting clout out of nowhere that I don't think any of them were really prepared for. And I want to say that personally, if you are listening to this, I hope you're doing well, that you remember that you need to take time for yourself and your own health as well. I know that's easy for me to say when I have 9 subscribers, and the ones I'm talking about have, like, I think the lowest actual subscriber count is like 60,000. I am sure that it is a very stressful time. And everyone else listening, I say as if they were ever listening to this podcast. I hope you take time for yourselves, no matter what your job is, no matter what you do. I hope you drink some water and all of that. And again, unclench your jaw, relax your shoulders, stretch, get some sunlight, step on crunchy leaves, get that serotonin, baby. But fall in love with a pumpkin. Do it. You won't, coward. But I don't know if I was saying anything else, but okay, bye.